Today we're here with Jason Dienhart with Global Time Attack. And Jason, this is your second year here at Road Atlanta, third year altogether with Global Time Attack.
Yes.
Why don't you give us an idea of what exactly is Time Attack? We here have a lot of different motorsports events, from sports car racing to drifting to motorcycle to karting. But Time Attack is something very special and very different. So why don't you give us an idea of what it is?
Time Attack is the team, the car, the driver, one-on-one against the course. So right off the bat, what's different to what people will see, the fans out there, is that these guys aren't racing wheel to wheel against each other. They will actually give each other space when you see them out there on the course in order for that person to have the opportunity to run one-on-one against the track. So it's really about fastest lap times, which makes it a lot different from what the other types of motorsports that you just mentioned before. Our guys go out there and they'll run a warm-up lap, and then a hot lap, which is the lap they're going for their best time, and then a cool-down lap. And like I said, it's not wheel-to-wheel, it's them against the course. So, you know, if you play golf, it's kind of a good way to look at it. You know, you can be out there with a group of friends and try to get the best score that day, but at the same time, when it really comes down to it, it's you against the golf course. And even if you go by yourself, it's you against the golf course, and that's what makes Time Attack real unique, is that it becomes a whole team effort. Car builder, you know, engine tuner and suspension tuner, and obviously it kind of ends with the driver and the machine and the course out there and what they can do. So that's what makes Time Attack unique, is that it's kind of a one-on-one situation, the car and the team and the driver against a race course. So a place like Road Atlanta, it's a lot of fun. It's a beautiful place.
Do the drivers typically work on their vehicles?
You know, you'll see a mix. You know, that's what's Time Attack's definitely a budding and a growing sport in the United States. So you get a lot of what we call grassroots guys, which means, you know, they wear a dozen hats. You know, you'll see them drive their car, or if they have a trailer with a truck, they're driving the truck and the trailer with the car on it to the track, and they get out and they're changing tires, they're working on it, you know, and then they're actually going out there and they're racing when it comes time to get out on the course. And you'll see some other teams to where maybe it's a crew, it's a group of guys that get together, and a group of females as well sometimes too. And it's a collaborative effort. It's maybe something that they get together and do in the weekends as a project. And then you get some other people that have been doing this for a long time, and maybe they have come from other disciplines of motorsports and brought their sponsors, and they're backing along with them, and they'll look like typical professional race teams out there with full toters and rigs and teams and a driver that only comes out of the toter when it's time to drive. But we maybe only have a few guys like that. Most of them are people that they're not much different than us. You know, they're hard-working folk, and they're out there doing it all.
Well, from our conversation earlier, you had said this is one of the most pure motorsport events that fans and or participants can participate in. So with that being said, how can people actually participate?
You know, there's a lot of different ways. You know, the easiest way is to go to our website, www.globaltimeattack.com. There's a lot of information on there on how to get involved. Some simple ways are, you know, look up your local NASA region, look up your local SCCA region, look up your local tracks and see what type of track days that they have that are available for you to come out. You know, if you're someone that's never been at the track before, we probably wouldn't allow you to race with us, only because, you know, we have cars that are very, very fast that run in our series, and we run in places like Road Atlanta, which are, you know, it's a pretty technical course, and you don't want to get over your head out there. We have driving instructors that travel with us, so we could help a lot of these guys out that are new. But if you're looking to get involved, you can easily contact us if you can't find a local place to do some time trials at and do some testing at with, like I said, a local NASA region or an SCCA region, or even a NARA region if you're up in the Mid-Atlantic. You can contact us, and we've got contacts with all those people, and we could find somewhere for you to get involved and then make your way up into running with Global Time Attack. And if you have some seat experience and you can prove that to us, it's really easy. Just contact us and we'll find a classification for your car, and you can come out and see how you do against the course.
Well, it certainly sounds like a great sport for the typical gearhead and someone who has a need for speed. What kind of cars are they going to see at this event?
Gosh, you know, we were just talking about that. It's amazing the different types of cars that you'll see. We have 4 different classes in Global Time Attack. The entry-level class we call the enthusiast class, and these cars are limited to look, you know, much like stock cars out there that we drive out on the street. They even have to drive their cars to the track. So those ones, they look very similar to the types of cars we drive. Honda Civics, Acura Integras, Mitsubishis, Subaru WRXs, and then the classes go up from there to a street class, a limited class, and the unlimited class. And as you go further up in the rankings, the cars get further away from looking like stock cars and more looking like full race cars, which kind of translates into how fast these guys are going and the amazing times they lay down at tracks such as Road Atlanta.
What are any limitations they might run into when preparing their cars?
Wow. I hear it all, because I'm always calling on these people to sign up for the Time Attack and come out and compete with us, and figure out who we can promote and who's going to be out there. And I'd probably say one of the big things that these guys run into is there's a whole horsepower war that happens before they even get to the track. They've got to tune the car, and that's the same as if you're in the enthusiast class and it's some simple tuning, or if it's an unlimited car and it's full-on dyno session, computer, engine tuning, and all that. And these guys, they don't want to just come out and run the fastest time, but they also want to have the most amount of horsepower that they could safely run in order to give themselves the best opportunity to run the fastest time. So these guys sometimes won't make it from the dyno even to the track because they might expend the motor right there on the dyno testing it. That's probably a pretty big one, is just to kind of test and tune beforehand on their engines normally is probably, I'd say, one of the bigger factors that limits these guys from being able to be everywhere they want to be when they want to be.